Washington matchup. It is time to meet the starting lineup. First, for the visiting Huskies of Washington. At guard, number 1, David Crisp. At forward, number 4, Matisse Seibel. At guard, number 5, Jalen Noel. At forward, 13, Hunter Wright. And at forward, number 15, Noah Dickinson. The head coach of the Huskies is Mike Hopkins. And now it's time to meet the starting lineup for your California Golden Bears. A freshman center from Little Rock, Arkansas, wearing number 23, Connor Baylor. A freshman guard from St. Bernardino, California, number 20, Matt. Sophomore guard from Houston, Texas, number 1, Darius McNeil. Wearing number 3, Oakland's own, Harriet Austin. Your head coach in the second season is Mr. Wayne Show.
All right, Rob, thank you very much. Just outside Haas Pavilion, students coming on in to see the Cal Golden Bears hosting the number 25 Washington Huskies. College hoops on FS1 continues tonight. A little late night on the East Coast. Glad to have you aboard. Got Steve Lavin here, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. So here's Washington Lav. They're 25th in the country, and they are one of the best defensive teams in the land, with maybe the best defensive player in Matisse Thybulle.
No doubt, and the numbers back that up, Kevin. The Pac-12 leaders defensively, the Washington Huskies are, and Matisse Thybulle, in my book, the best defensive player in America. Not just the Pac-12. Within that zone defense, the ability to disrupt, block shots, timing, extend to the passing lanes, and this zone defense has really been the key for the Washington Huskies' success.
Yeah, we'll show you some crazy stats about Thybulle as this one goes on. As we take a look at the starting lineups for tonight, Washington is a senior-laden team. I know that's rare in college basketball these days, but their leading scorer is a sophomore in Noel. And for Cal, they're just looking for any kind of momentum. They've had a rough year. They've lost 16 straight games. Maybe tonight will be the night they could break through with a big upset against Mike Hopkins, who's done an outstanding job his second year coming over. Jones, Dwight King Jones, 2 years as head coach at Cal, obviously hasn't gone as he would like. See if he gets some momentum and change that tonight as we are set to go from Haas Pavilion. And here we go. Cal in the home whites, Washington in the purple. David Crisp with the basketball.
Cal Bears come out in a zone defense of their own on the first possession. So important. May seem to be a master of the obvious statement that Cal gets out to a good start.
Dump inside. Dickerson rejected by Vanover, who's 7'3", and here comes Cal. Harris Austin is the point guard.
Going back to that point, in terms of getting off to a good start, it allows the crowd here at Haas Pavilion to get into the game. When you're in the midst of a losing streak, you're looking for any advantage, and there's the good start. Justin Sui, right in the heart or the gut of that Washington Huskies zone, able to get the catch and play make. He's effective as both the shot maker and playmaker.
That was Vanover. Here is Chris from 3, and he's got it. He's had a sensational year. The senior shooting 38% from 3 on the season.
And what a run the Huskies are on in terms of their improved shooting. And we'll get into that later in the broadcast. But each day, individual shooting sessions with the assistant coaches. And as a result, the hard work has paid off.
Vanover stealing it early and connecting again. So the big man has got a block. He's got 2 field goals.
And well devised. The zone attack by the Cal Bears here against the Huskies. They're probing, they're looking to that sweet spot, the high post, where you can shoot it, pass it, put it on the floor.
Noel, cross-court look. Chris for 3 again. Long, no good. Austin with a chance to run. Good look inside. Bradley partially blocked. And we get a foul. And Bradley went down hard.
Cal off of the defensive stop. Gets down the floor, gets organized, and Bradley will be rewarded with 2 free throws. And that's one way to beat the zone. Get down the floor before it sets up for easy basket opportunities.
Matt Bradley who connects on the free throw. Freshman from San Bernardino, California, coming off, Lav, a career night in a loss against Arizona. He had a career-high 23 points, a career-high 10 rebounds as he hits 1 of 2. And he also went 5 of 7 from deep.
Yeah, he has the green light. Speaking of Raheem Jones today, staff has confidence. If anything, they'd like him to be more aggressive on his offensive catches.
Here is Chris. Shot clock already down at 8. Noel, he can shoot it out there. He will take a shot and connect. Jalen Noel, who I know you like, is one of, if not maybe the best shooting guard in the country.
Yeah, just impressed with every aspect of Jalen Noel's game. Offensively, his judgments, his decision-making has been outstanding, shooting 50% from the 3-point line, and that opens up his mid-range and rim game. There's Matisse Thybulle with the block, and here comes Noel.
3-on-1, Crisp inside, takes the contact, and one. David Crisp, great break by the Huskies, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, and this has been their formula for success. The block shots, the quick pickup by Noel, and the decision, the look away, Crisp able to finish at the rim, and this allows the Huskies to get out, create offense. They force 16 turnovers a game, and it puts them in the open court where they excel.
Meanwhile, that play started by Thybulle, who is really incredible. You talked about it coming on the air. Maybe the best defensive player in the land. He has got a chance. He's a semifinalist for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year as Vanover is short. But Thybulle is a guy, Lav, who is 6'5", and he's got 62 blocks. It's unheard of for a guy who's not a big man. Noel again. Can't connect. We got a foul. We'll stay here.
Yeah, Thybulle, the combination, clearly he has the physical stature, the ideal basketball build in terms of length, wiry strength, good feet, but it's his intellect, his intelligence, the judgment that he brings to the course to be forced to be reckoned with.
I mean, that's an unbelievable stat we just showed. I mean, you're talking about for a guy 6'5" or shorter, which is what he is. He's got the most blocks in the last 25 years in college basketball. Just digest that for a second.
Yes.
Here he is with the ball. He can shoot it too. He'll pass it here. Noel from deep. Got it again. Jalen Noel off to a good start. He's got a quick 6.
And that's the beauty. Nice execution by the Huskies on the baseline out of bounds play. But they can take Jaylen Nowell off the ball. And great shot opportunities for him because of the flexibility, the interchangeable parts of Thybulle playmaking there.
Vanover not shy, and that ends an 8-0 run. So Vanover's coming out. He averages 6 a game. He's already got 6 early on.
And that's another effective area to attack the zone. We talked about beating the zone down the floor for easy opportunities, the high post and the short corner.
Another 3. Washington cutting it out on fire, and Chris with the big smile, feeling it.
And all the numbers of the players in the rotation for the Washington Huskies, the offensive shooting numbers have gone north as the season has gone along. It's because of their routine, their work ethic, and getting shots up on a daily basis.
They're 4 of 5 and 3 so far here today. Meanwhile, Sewing will shoot it from long range, and that's good. Everybody's hitting from deep. It's Justice Sewing, his first of the game.
And Cal, I'll give them credit in the midst of a losing streak here in Pac-12 play, but they've come out sharp. They've been crisp in their execution.
Dickerson inside, working on the big man, can't get it to go on the reverse. No numbers, and so Sewing will slow it up. McNeil likes to shoot it from deep. He's long, and here come the Huskies.
It's a contested shot. Good look by Nowell again. Maneuvers at a pace, Nowell does, and then delivers the dime there. Dickerson, the recipient, for the easy bucket. But he makes the game look easy because of the grace, the fluidity that Jaylen Nowell plays with, but the choices he makes are so sound.
Vanover says, you know, I'm going to shoot it again. And that time he's short, maybe a partial hack. Washington really sharing the sugar ladder, if I can steal your catchphrase. 6 assists on 6 field goals.
That's a good sign. Transporting the ball through the air, only using the bounce in a purposeful manner. A very efficient offensive team.
Going the other way, they get an offensive foul. And that'll lead us to our first break.
Now Thybulle delivers to Nowell, bombs away. A 3-point bonanza in the Bay Area, breaking out early. Crisp from the other side of the floor, dials one up. Nothing but nylon. Timeout.
Congratulations to the reigning Golden Spikes winner for his first Pac-12 Player of the Week award. And be sure to tap into the rest of the players tomorrow night at Evans. All right, now fans, get on your feet. It's time to see those dance moves on the fitting scale.
Well, the Husky fans got the little Fortnite dance going. He's ready to go. His Huskies playing great in the conference. They're 13-1 in the Pac-12, and they've got a 16-10 lead. You think about the year for Washington sports. You're talking about teams in the Pac-10, Pac-12 era that have won the conference title in football and in basketball. Well, Washington's trying to join some elite company here, right? You go back at USC, 84, 85. How about Arizona in 93, 94? Teddy Bruschi in the football picture right there. Our Casey Jacobson when Stanford was #1 that year with the frosted tips. Casey, I love it. Oregon with Joey Harrington. That was in 01 and 02. Now Washington, obviously, with the football this year, with Chris Peterson leading the way. And here, Huskies, if they win tonight, win the conference outright.
Yeah, Mike Hopkins up for the second consecutive Pac-12 Coach of the Year honors, and is beginning to garner some chatter about National Coach of the Year as well. And again, an example where his players have acclimated to his coaching style, and he's also a better feel of each passing game and practice for his team. Just a good fit between system, style of play, and personnel.
Thibault partially blocked it and still went in. So sometimes you get a little lucky. That was McNeil who got it to count.
In a year like this, Cal is due for some breaks. They haven't been on the side of the fence of good luck, let's face it. And Murphy's Law has been in effect here for 2 years, and I give credit to Wyking Jones and his staff continue to stay positive and coach their team.
Here's Crisp. Knocked away, gets it back. Shot clock at 5. Try to swing it away. It'll stay with Washington. With 3 on the shot clock.
Again, Matisse Thybulle comes behind offensive players, so it's a bit like a Venus flytrap or an accordion. It can extend. This zone defense can, and then they'll chase you down from behind as they collapse or rally towards the ball.
There's Austin. Denied quickly to Bradley, who's great from 3. Suing from the free throw line. Easy for Justice Suing, who was the leading scorer and rebounder. He's now got 5 for Cal. It's a 2-point game.
Again, that area, the high post, an excellent area for Vanover to get catches. All the Cal Bears, for that matter. Here's Suing.
3 on 2 will be hurries, takes it himself, gets it knocked away, gets it back, misfires, gets it again, goes up, stolen away. Here come the Huskies the other way. Noel behind the back, a little crazy. McNeil says, let's go this way for Cal. Back to McNeil, a little bump, and he will shoot 2.
What a sequence. One of the few times you'll see Jalen Noel make a poor decision in the open court going behind the back. You got to know they're woofing, they're on your heels, and instead you need to keep the ball in front, protect it, use your body as a shell, knowing that the Bears are coming from behind.
And so Darius McNeil goes to the line. He is a 76% free throw shooter, and he's got the first. We'll see some subs coming in, and Pisevich comes in for Cal. Not only is Cal young, but they're not very deep, and so anything they get from their bench will be a real bonus.
And you've seen teams separate from the Cal Bears in the second half, not only because of their youth and their struggles defensively, but because of that lack of depth. They wear down.
Pick, Thybulle from 3. No good, and Anticevich corrals the board. 9-2 run for Cal to get back in and tie this game. After Washington had an 8-0 run of their own with 12:14 to go in the first half.
Mike Hopkins substituting liberally here early in the first half. He's aware of keeping the Huskies fresh so they can play at that sustained level.
Austin, not a 3-point shooter, but he connects there. There's Austin's first field goal of the game, and Cal with the lead.
And we're seeing the Cal Bears opportunistic in transition, and then on the half court executing, putting touches on the ball, a little hot potato, and probing the good looks.
Green, and that ends a 12-2 run.
Green also defensively. See the length he provides at the wing. Matisse Thybulle out top. Carter, he's got length.
Austin tried to take on everyone, couldn't connect. And Huskies out the basketball.
Watch Carter. He's a dynamic offensive player. A lot of confidence.
First couple of threes today. Instead, going to use the back. Beautifully done by David Crisp. He's already got 10 points. It's a game high.
Yeah, great judgment there by Crisp. Green was at the wing, so Cal's defense was extended, covering the threat of Green's shot. And Crisp read the defense, puts it on the deck, gets himself an easy shot.
McNeil, little floater, soft one. Darius McNeil, who drops his 6th point of the night.
McNeil has been a bit erratic in terms of his offensive shooting, but I've seen him get hot, and he's capable once he hits one of scoring in bunches. Here's Crisp. Speaking of the hot hand and milking it, he's just feeling it out there.
David Crisp, he's got 13 points already in this one, including 3 from three-point range. What a start for Crisp.
Some defense protects Crisp too. He's not in foul trouble.
Neal for 3. He's got it. Shooting.
Yeah, there it is. He's a player. He sees the ball go through the net. Likely of hitting 3, 4, 5 out of 6 shots, and so Cal wisely goes back, play through the hot hand.
Crisp will reset now as Thybulle has it. Plenty of time on the clock. Inside, Timmons just didn't seem to see it. Went right through the wickets. Wow.
Yeah, a great pass by Thybulle. Timmons, you could tell, frustrated, just whiffed at it. Well, here's the 3-ball. Crisp, the 3-ball. Crisp just going to line one up. Says, I've got this in my arsenal, Coach Hopkins. McNeil right back at you. I can do it too. Timeout.
It's simple. We're daring him to shoot it. Beautiful.
That means the bench courtside gets
Try to get the ball inside. Try to get a post up. Listen. Hit, flash, look at it. If it's there, you can pass it there. If it's there. If it's not there, get it back. Dribble out, pop, get to the corner, or duck it, Try to get him the ball. He's open, man. He's coming back. Get up for them. Get up for them. It's simple. If he drives, you got help. Get up in him. We're daring him to shoot it. Just one pop. Beautiful.
Good one at the Haas Pavilion. Cal obviously looking for their first conference win of the year. Washington Huskies are 13-1 in the conference. We're all knotted up at 24. Why don't we go inside the huddle with Cal coach White King Jones.
Get up for them. It's simple. If he drives, you got help. Get up in him. We're
6 of 9 from downtown.
Well, and they've been open threes. That's what Coach Jones is talking about in that timeout. You've got to chase, run these three-point shooters off the three-point line. You're in a zone defense. The help, the positioning is there at the rim and the mid-range, but you got to make hard closeouts, take away airspace, high hands on shooters.
Washington has really improved in conference play at shooting the three. In fact, there was a great piece in the Seattle Times about how over the Christmas break, Mike Hopkins and his staff, all they did was work on shooting. It's obviously worked against a Cal defense, which has been the worst in the country, and that's not even assuming. They are the worst field goal percentage team in the land as Timmons inside gets a foul. So that's not a good combination.
No, and you look at the numbers, Cal at the bottom of every important defensive category, not only in the Pac-12, but in the entire country. And part of it is tied to their offense, because when you're not putting the ball through the net, if you're taking quick shots or turning the ball over, it allows teams to get out transition and boat race you. And so both sides of the ball are Cal clearly having struggles.
Sam Timmons, not an excellent free throw shooter, and misses the first. Junior from New Zealand brooks the second. So 0 for 2 for Timmons. And here comes Bradley.
Bradley a look against the zone defense.
And Tisovic will get the look. He'll launch and connect. Brandon Tisovic, who's only got 8 threes on the year, but he connects there.
And Cal 4 of 6 from the three-point line. They've been prudent in terms of their shot selection, but when open, they've taken advantage.
Well, it is red hot shooting tonight. That's Green. He's got his second three, and we've got a timeout on the floor.
Why not give the green light, the Emerald City green light, to Mr. Green? Catch, face, release, bottoms.
So what happens? We come on the air telling you how great Washington is defensively. They're 19th in the country. They're great in all these different metrics. And what do we have here, Lab? Let's see. First of all, Cal is shooting 63%. They've got 4 from downtown. Washington shooting 67%. No defense.
And that's why Mike Hopkins called the timeout after Green's three-pointer. He wanted to amplify, light a fire under his Huskies fans. They get a stop. That's an example, again, of what looks to be open because the length and quickness of Washington will suddenly close down. Daylight in the basket area, difficult to find.
We get a timeout on the floor here. I think there was a clock issue. Never reset the shot clock. I think that's what it looks like here. Here's what happened the last time they played. Look, it was close in the first half. One notable, though, Lav, Cal was 1 of 15 from long range in that game. They're 4 of 6 today, so already a much different result there.
This is another timeout opportunity while the officials go to the scorer's table. And you see Mike Hopkins instructing his Huskies. And with this zone defense, they can give you different looks. They can trap, they can collapse it, they can extend it, they can get into passing lanes. And based on matchups, based on personnel, based on the flow of a game. And that's where Mike Hopkins is as good as it gets. Working so many years under Jim Boeheim and learned this 2-3 zone defense. And just has a wonderful feel. And of course, again, the personnel, the length, quickness of this Husky team, an ideal fit for the 2-3 zone.
I mean, 22 years under Jim Boeheim, as you touched on, Lab. But also, look, he was the team captain as a player at Syracuse. He's got the orange in his blood for sure.
Played at Mater Dei High School, legendary high school coach in Southern California, Gary McKnight.
Green finally misses a three. Basically been sitting in that spot the entire night. And here comes Cal. Kelly, Bobble gets it back down the lane. Noel's got it for Washington. We're all knotted at 27 here at Cal. Steve Lavin and Kevin Burkhardt, our entire FS1 crew. There's Thybulle in the corner, a little no-look Patrick Mahomes type pass, and then the deliver by your guy Noel.
5th assist there for Thybulle. No turnovers. Thybulle beginning to show the ball handling skills. Again, take Noel off the ball. Let him work for opportunities.
A nice move to Juwan Harris. Nicely. We'll take that and get a chance for more from the free throw line. So the Cal Bears, Lav.
Breaking out of hibernation. The Bears seeing the hoop. Good finish. Finish.
They're hungry.
Transformative power. That's the Berkeley effect. I'm on 14. Give to Berkeley and change the world. Visit biggive.berkeley.edu for more information.
Got a good one in the Bay Area. Gorgeous shots and a good game with number 25 Washington hanging on to a 1-point lead over Cal with 7:40 to go in the half. And coming up Saturday, we've got a couple good games for you. Big Ten and Big East powerhouses go back to back. It'll be Michigan State taking on Indiana, and then Villanova clashes with Butler. Big game doubleheader tips off Saturday 11:30 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. According to the Oracle, Howie Schwab, he's got 3 Big East teams in the tournament right now. Butler in his first 4 out, so that Butler game against Nova big on Saturday. Nova Lav, you watched their big win over Marquette last night to get back on track.
Yeah, impressive down the stretch, 12-1 closing as veteran teams do. Villanova getting the stops defensively, making free throws as well. To ice that victory, and a critical victory it was. Keep in mind, we look at the Schwab, the Oracle, the omnipotent one, and the number of teams that he has projected. Nice tap from behind that leads to fast break opportunity. Fans are not able to connect. Keep it at this end, though. Got Green with the foul. He's not happy. But there's a team going back to the Big East, Kevin, 4 or 5 teams that could crash the party in terms of the Big East Conference tournament.
Like who? Who do you like? Who can be? Give me one.
Well, there just isn't the gap, you know, between the first place team and the 10th place team.
Yeah.
And we've seen St. John's, you know, knock off Villanova and also Marquette twice. The wide open Big East Conference tournament.
Race for the ball. It's won by David Crispin, an easy one. Passing and
possession's a recipe for a loss.
You know, Crisp has 15 points already. Alley-oop! Vanover puts it on. He had 6 quick, and then he's been out of the game for a while. But he's got 8 points with that dunk.
Right, Cal has attacked this Washington zone with purpose, using the bounce to attack gaps. Also finds some point-blank range shots and attacking the 3-point line.
Well, back to Crisp. He's got a few threes already today. Nice move. Taking himself against the challenge by McNeil. Dickerson, the offensive board. It's loose. It's on the floor. The big man fighting. And we're going to jump ball. Possession goes to the Golden Bears. Now, how high does a 7'3" man have to jump for this alley-oop?
Wow, some nice screening there against that zone by Suing. And then Vanover, with that length, just able to catch the ball and flush it home. I like the Braveheart hairstyle that he's rocking as well. And we talked about it before, but a perfect fit for Berkeley.
Playing well tonight with 8 points. Cal down by 1. Harris Dyson. Held by Noel tightly.
Going back to your question about how high is the jump, maybe a wheat thing or a Ritz cracker?
Yeah, you really didn't answer that. I just figured you forgot. That was fine.
Nope, I was right with you.
Okay, here's Austin. Good dish inside to get it to go. Nice play, Austin. And it was finished by Harris Dyson.
Again, this is an unusual defensive performance by the Washington Huskies.
Then good pass on the ball. There's another great one. Green will launch again. And after hitting his first 3, he's missed his last 2.
Good clear of the boards there by Vanover. Spirited effort by the Cal Bears here in the first half.
McNeil. He's got a 3. It's the biggest lead for Cal. Looking for their first conference win of the year. They're playing well.
Amazing what seeing the ball go through the net early can do for a team. And that is what we talked about in the opening moments of this broadcast, is the good start to get the crowd in the game and also to feel good about yourself. You get some stops. Now McNeil, some playmaking inside. And then the catch and shoot opportunity. But net.
Foul, by the way, was on Harris Austin, so the Cal point guard, who wears number 3, now 2 fouls. It's something to watch. Last 5 minutes of this half. Kick out to Crisp. He's been red hot here today. Short there, and there's Austin with the board.
And Washington probably a little too reliant here. Look at Soon able to come up with the reception and the finish, Kevin. Strong through traffic. That's a weight room finish.
You sense the confidence building a little here?
I think no doubt. And the Bears feeding off this crowd. Going to get the Old Faithful, the old Blues, out of their seats. Haven't been much to cheer about this year, but again, give Wyking Jones and his staff credit, getting their team prepared and ready for the Huskies. Green deflects it. Suing able to still pick it up and maneuver his way and finish after absorbing the contact.
It's an 11-2 run by Cal, and their biggest lead of the game. And Mike Hopkins was pretty hot coming up the court. He's a pretty reserved guy, but he had some emotion. And I think, look, you've been in this situation before. You could say all you want to say. He had the comments this week. Don't eat the cheese, right? You're playing a team that hasn't won in the conference all year long. But look, I think it's you're dealing with college kids. It's hard to not think there could be a letdown, right?
Yep, and I agree with all that, except I like to eat the cheese, especially with some good cab or a blend, and we're going to have some of that later tonight in San Francisco. But Coach Hopkins just trying to demonstrate the passion, the energy, because he can tell his team is just a step slow. They're flat, and now a bit discombobulated. They've fallen in love with the jump shot of late and settling for too many threes, and that's not who Washington is. They'll hit some time.
Great job to draw the fouls. He gets whacked by Connor Vanover. Well, if you look at teams around the land. You know, Cal has lost 16 straight. They're 0-15 in the conference. And we spent a lot of time with Wyking Jones. You've known him since he was a kid. And the one thing he said is, hey, look, I would be more upset if we weren't playing, if we weren't showing effort. We are. We're just not winning.
Yeah, the youth, the lack of depth. And Wyking Jones had a heck of a college career at Loyola University in the West Coast Conference. Played under John Olive. Also played at St. Bernard's High School. He was a basketball powerhouse at the time. He was coached by King Jones in a summer camp. He was 16 years old back in the late 1980s. Terrific young man.
Listen, a lot of good players came out of the Steve Lavin summer camps.
That's true.
I know.
I'm glad you noted that.
I was observing my whole youth. Vanover for long range. It is a two for Connor Vanover.
Very comfortable as the season has progressed. And his upside, as he gets the 3 square meals and gets with the strength and conditioning coach here at Cal. His shooting touch, obviously his size. Look at him clear the boards here, gaining confidence.
You think it's more like 7 square meals at this point? Like you probably need 7 or 8?
There's no doubt. He should come with us tonight post-game. Go for a couple steaks, baked potatoes. Look at Sue right in the middle. Nice dunk off Vanover. Just starting to feel it. Look at him run down the court now. Pep in the step. Now he's protecting the basket as well.
Connor Vanover's high this year as a freshman is 15 points. He's got 12 in this first half. And we get a whistle as a foul on the floor. Connor Vanover, 7'3" freshman, feeling it.
Big fella saying, give me the rock. I got these skills. A little Dirk Nowitzki on the perimeter. And then how about inside? Just flushing one home with authority. Timeout.
Hey, Cal fans, I'm here with 3 huge Golden Bear fans for another absolutely classic Bear Grab. We got Cameron, Connor, and Reese right here. All right, Cameron, let's hear your best.
Look forward to it. Rob, Jim, Andy Katz will be with you at the break. And, you know, Rob's telling you about all these crazy games, right? And here we are with Cal up by 8 in their offense. Maybe the best half they've had all year so far.
Yeah, airtight efficiency, not turning the ball over, investigating, probing, open shot opportunities. Vanover a factor as well. McNeil getting involved, and becomes contagious. And again, getting good looks at the rim, some in transition, some from long distance, and the mid-range as well. So really scoring in all 4 areas of their offense.
You see each team really distributing well. Cal 14 assists on their 17 field goals. But keep this in mind, and Lav, you mentioned this. They've been in games, they've led at the half. They were leading Arizona State by 6 at the half. They were leading UCLA at the half. They have struggled the most coming out of the gate in the second.
Yes, sustaining an effort, both defensively and in terms of offensive execution. Now they go into the desert, long droughts where they can't score, and then we know their defense is the biggest vulnerability. So a combination.
I think the surprise tonight is you're talking about a Huskies team that's one of the best defensive teams in the country, top 20 in a number of categories, and they're letting Cal shoot 68%. That's surprising.
And I think it was easy early as Bible. Yet to make a bucket, tracks down his own miss, gives it up. Another assist, 6 assists tonight for Bible. There's no turnovers, and Crisp feeling it.
David Crisp has had some big games as senior. His high this year, though, is 23. He's got 18 in this first half. Riley's been quiet. He's the sharpshooter from long range, the best in the Pac-12. Vanover's just going to keep shooting. Well, that time he missed.
I love the confidence, though. Why not? Give him a heat check. Big fella feeling it, too.
Three, it's long, Series got the board. Here comes Cal. Tough pass. Let McNeil too much.
Yeah, Soon could have kept the ball, took it down Main Street, get a commitment from defense, and then maybe that pass to the wing is open. Most points in the first half this year that Washington's given up was 48 points to Auburn.
Dickerson, patience. And to your point, opponents have scored over 70. 7 times total the whole year.
Yeah, very unusual. And this defense is set up to take away threes and layups. They're good with some of those mid-range 2-pointers. They like the map in terms of success. But here, Cal's dialed it up from long range. They've dialed it up from the mid-range. And they've also gotten rim shot opportunities.
More long range from Darius McNeil. He's having a heck of a first half, making 15 for McNeil.
And we talked about it. The microwave. Once he sees the ball go through the nylon, the confidence, no hesitation on his subsequent touches. Washington's got to find McNeil, Kevin.
Stripped, gets it back. Under a minute to go, shot clock at 8. We get a foul, it's blocked. How about Darius McNeil launching? He can hit from downtown, but he's 3 of 4 there tonight.
Now, we give McNeil credit, but if you're Mike Hopkins, I guarantee when they watch game film between this game and Stanford, they're going to talk about the fact that no one is even close to him in terms of shooter awareness. And you have to be able to move on time and pass when the ball is in flight. You're in a zone defense. You've got to be moving. So on time of catch, you're closing out and taking away that open look. They're allowing Cal to window shop over their zone defense. And they're in rhythm and picking them apart because there's no high hands, no ball pressure.
And in Berkeley, window shopping is very good. Expensive in some places.
Very.
Matter of fact.
Not as expensive as Union Square across the bridge in San Francisco.
Agreed.
But still expensive.
Yeah, get out the wallet type deal. So 45 to 39, Cal leads with 57 seconds to go in this half. Washington used a timeout there. Interesting. So they'll have 2 left for the game.
Well, they're probably looking at a 2-for-1 opportunity in terms of the clock. They may even spring a press or a trap off these free throws. Try and unnerve or rattle, turn Cal over, and have some quick strikes off of those turnovers. Easier said than done because Cal really playing poised here in the first half.
Meanwhile, that's Thibel's first point. He's done a lot, though. He's got 6 assists, blocks. He's getting his hands on everything like he normally does. His first 2 points of the night come at the free throw line. So it's a 4-point game. Cal lead in their ball.
Here's that half-court pickup and then the trap.
their point guard out because we got a couple of fouls, so he's not in there right now. See him looking around. McNeil, shot clock at 5. Tough shot, and hit it out. Almost went down again. Here comes Washington.
They're going to elect to go for one shot here. Shoot it with enough time for 5 seconds so you can get a second shot opportunity if the initial shot doesn't go down.
It's Noel. Bradley says, I got him. 9 seconds. Down to 7. Gets a screen. Noel. Kick out. Crisp with 2. Will let it fly. He's got it from 3. What a finish. David Crisp with 5 3-pointers. He's got 21 first-half points. What a different feeling for Washington going in.
Well, how about Jalen Noel? Just kind of skates in off the bounce. Poised, doesn't rush, not in a hurry. Throws a strike to Crisp, right into the shooting pocket where he can catch and deliver from long distance. Big bucket going into half.
But it is Cal with a 1-point lead in the half. Good one from Haas Pavilion. Should be a fun second half, but we want you to stay tuned. The FS1 College Hoops Halftime Show. Rob Stone, Chip Jackson, Andy Katz have that next. Good first half. See you in a bit.
Please welcome to Equal Report, St. Perpetua.
I've been holding it all game.
features starting the Boys and Girls Clubs of Oakland all season long. Gilead Sciences running $50. The Boys and Girls Club promotion for every assist the Bears make. So far this season, Gilead Sciences is running a $15,100 scalping. You can score too. Go to cowbears.com/Gilead. For every $10 you donate, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Washington State game on Saturday. Gilead Sciences, advancing therapeutics, improving lives.
My stomach hurts so badly. I'm like it's preparing itself for the event. It's like building itself up, and then it's literally just gonna be like. You're gonna have like. Alright, I'll be back. It's you got all the time, right? Yeah.
like to welcome the following groups to tonight's game. You just saw the Fort St. Perpetua is here. And Golden Gate Australian Rules Football. Fans, take a look at the video board. Check out the upcoming home games for the Golden Bears. Women's tennis on Saturday against the Gauchos of UCSB. Your Golden Bear basketball team is back on Saturday afternoon against Wazoo for Video Day. Cal baseball outside right now against St. Mary's, and also tomorrow night against St. Mary's. Women's gymnastics senior day. San Jose State, Sac State, and Illinois. Sunday, the 17th of March at 2 o'clock.
Well, the Cal Bears are running down the dream because they're looking for the first win of the conference season. And wouldn't it be apropos if it came against the 25th best team in the land in Washington? So you see just red-hot shooting in this first half. Cal with a 1-point lead. And Coach Lau, the thing is, you don't expect the worst offensive team in the conference in Cal to have the best half against Washington that anyone's had the last 25 games. That's exactly what happened.
No doubt. 18 to 22-year-olds, welcome to the inconsistency of dealing with young people. But Mike Hopkins will address the fact they didn't get ball pressure on the Cal Bears, and as a result, Cal's shown a lot of poise, very comfortable, surveying, investigating, probing, looking for high-level quality shots. Hence the 64% from the field, and this is an unusual first half performance by Washington, but let's give credit to Cal. They made shots, they shared the ball, really a balanced attack offensively by the Cal Bears.
Keep in mind, Cal has had leads before they did their last game against Arizona State. These first, 5 to 8 minutes in the second half, this is where they've really struggled. So let's see how they come out here. Washington with the ball. It's Noel with the jumper. Hit it out, no good. Offensive board. Thibault to Chris from deep. What a monster first half. And here come the Golden Bears.
Yeah, good check out there on the boards by Bradley as well. And to your point, there's Thibault again. That's a perfect example of his length, like branches on a tree, and then also the anticipation when he's off the ball, using his vision. Poor pass there on the post feed. Bad angle, no velocity. Kind of a dying quail or ruptured duck there. Got to be more precise in your passing. But going back to your point, Kevin, Washington in the country is 15th in second half when it comes to separation over opponents. They're +6 on the year in second half. So one of the best in terms of closing out games. And guess what? Cal is 338th in the country at -6 points per game. So something to watch in terms of the predictive analytics.
David Crisp, I like that line. Crisp has 23 points. That matches his season high already. He's been red hot all night. He's got 5 3-pointers, and he continues as Washington takes the lead here in the second half.
Yeah, and that bodes well for Washington. Last 3 games, Crisp in a little bit of a shooting slump, but from start to finish, he has been lights out tonight, and the Huskies alertly going back to him.
Almost another turnover. Sewing gets it back. Bradley coming off a career night, tries for the alley-oop, but we get a foul.
Here's where we'll see the adjustments by Mike Hopkins. He can tweak, modify, adjust this 2-3 zone to address the areas where his Husky team is being beat. And so you're starting to see different closeout angles. They can almost morph this 2-3 into a 1-3-1 look where they don't allow teams to comfortably walk into their offense. They're going to turn up the heat and give different looks here.
Crisp has 23 points for the Huskies. Everyone else has 23 combined. Crisp again. That time it's no good. A rare miss from him. And Austin's got it for Cal. Looking so. Oh, the finish and the facial.
And a career high for Vanover. And they're still 17 and change in this game.
Vanover playing aggressive tonight. The freshman, he's progressed as the season's gone on. Lav, as you pointed out, complete non-factor the first time these two teams met.
Yes, 0 points in 3 minutes. The first time Cal and Washington. Look at the pass on time. And again, Vanover, what I like is he's going up, attacking that rim, not settling or trying to baby that shot. 40.
It's interesting. He's been more of an outside shooter, even though he's 7'3". He's really been an inside presence here tonight.
No doubt. And give Wyking Jones and their staff credit deploying him in different areas of the floor to try and get him looks and take advantage of the size and skill set that he has instead of being a sitting duck. And posting up in one area, they're moving him around, which makes him more difficult to guard if you're the Huskies.
Shot clock at 10. Suing. Vanover again, and he's a factor. He draws a foul.
Well, and that's an example. You look at his route offensively, you know, he flashed from the weak side to the high post, then he dove, changed direction towards the rim. And so just that secondary cut allowed him to be freed up. Here he is, he's going to follow the ball. Now he's going to drop towards the rim, and they go through the short corner. Suing alertly delivers it, and they pick up the foul. All different ways to attack a zone. Trying to distort a zone defense. You can use ball screens, you can use cutting, you can get behind the zone along the baseline.
And a new career high for Connor Vanover. 16 points to go along with 4 rebounds, and Cal with a 3-point lead. Well, pulls up from 17, and Vanover's got another board.
Good clear on the rebound. Quick outlet as well.
Kick to the corner. Neal thought about it. Takes it in. Bradley for 3. No good. Vanover tipped. Emerson's got the board.
Green there alertly got a hand on it.
Close out on Chris quickly, but look at that shot. Tough for Chris. Man, how did he get that to go? And he's matched his season high. He's got 23.
And I like the fact that not just settling for the threes. We've seen twice this half where he drives it into the teeth of Cal's defense and gets to the mid-range for a stop and pop shot. That's intelligent basketball, high percentage basketball as well.
There's Bradley. Aggressive inside. High pass on the kick. Shot clock at 4. Bradley jumps up, another block from Thybulle Beauty. On the outlet to Chris. Up and under and good. Wow.
Thybulle continuing to play make. And again, you're seeing his versatility, the Swiss Army knife approach. He's so effective of coming behind an opponent within this zone, chasing them down, using that length. Once again, those long branches, the sinewy muscle length. There he is one more time. Just continues like an octopus, tentacles.
Well, that octopus just laid it up and in, and you're seeing the versatility of Thybulle. And the Huskies just like that with a 3-point lead.
Washington forces 16 turnovers a game, and they get out in transition for those runouts. As a result of those turnovers, they convert them into buckets.
Vanover gets a finish by Suing on the offensive glass.
Again, intelligent, purposeful basketball by Cal. Go to Vanover inside, even though he misses. At point-blank range, Suing able to attack, get that two-hand jam off the offensive board.
Austin trying to stand a lot of action. If you like defense, you've got to like Matisse Thybulle.
Well, the length, the intelligence, the ability to block shots, and then share the sugar, get it out to Crisp for the easy deuce. One more time. Disruptive, unnerves opponents, discombobulates them. What do? Finish is what you do. Timeout.
Then they will win 3 football and basketball season passes for next year. First up, we have Benjamin. All right, next up we go David. And finally, to redeem everybody, we have Jay.
Well, Matisse Thybulle isn't backing down from anyone. He is a semifinalist for the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year, and I think he should be the Defensive Player of the Year. He's been amazing. Glad we're seeing it on display, especially in the second half. I mean, look at some of the things he's done. This year, 97 steals now. That includes tonight. Single season record, Jason Kidd. He should get that. They've got 3.5 more games left. The career conference record, he's going to get that from Gary Payton, I think. See how the last few games go. He's certainly close. And then on the season, 3.5 steals, 2.3 blocks. There's only one person that's done that. That's it. Only one player in the last 25 years with 300+ steals and 150 blocks for their career. You called him the octopus. You could call him a number of different things. He's amazing.
A Swiss Army knife. He's got the Costco approach. In terms of whatever you need, he can dial up. And there's Jalen Noel inside, just using the bounce. And then ultimately the size to get a high percentage shot. Silky smooth athlete, 6'5". He's got a future at the next level as well. You know, Thybulle is a specialist defensively, but he's showing tonight with the steals, the blocks, the assists. That only scoring 4 points and yet influencing the game at both ends of the floor in a positive manner for the Huskies.
Anticevich and Harris Dyson tipped it around, and now Cal gets it, and they get a foul on Isaiah Carter. You know, it's interesting. I was talking to Coach Mike Hopkins earlier, and he's thrown out, I laugh kind of like you, he's thrown out all these different comparisons, called it Spider-Man, he uses all these things, and we see why. But he had a good one today. You know, I asked him, I said, does he bait guys sometimes on D? He said, you know, I think in a way, if you're a football fan, it's like Ed Reed. Ed Reed would kind of look at you and then look another way, and you think you're open, then you throw it and he pick you off. So he baits guys, too. We see that. And McNeil maybe baited Washington from 3, and Cal needed that.
And that's an open look, and that's an example when the ball is in flight. Defensively, you have to be moving in that direction and then closing out with those high hands and having shooter awareness in terms of there's some players you don't need to close out on, and there are others you do. But McNeil right now, your area of the zone, you've got to find it.
Steal. Austin gonna take it on and score. Cal back in front.
With Timmons in the game too, the Huskies vulnerable in terms of his lack of foot speed. He gives you the wide body, built like Paul Bunyan, got a beard like Paul Bunyan as well, but not swift in terms of speed, and so Cal takes advantage.
Anticevich with the tie-up, and Harris Dyson has the steal for the Cal D. Couple plays in a row. Austin kicked you out. McNeil lost it. Corrales and a save. Anticevich has one three. Tries another one. No. Rebound by Green and the Huskies.
Good close out there on that shot by Timmons.
Gustavo trying to facilitate. Carter blocked, but a foul.
Again, that's purposeful use of the dribble or the bounce, the straight line drive. You don't want to massage the ball, over dribble. But if you're getting out of trouble, if you're using the bounce to create a better passing angle to the post, or taking it to the rim, where you can play draw and kick or get fouled, that's intelligent use of the dribble.
So Isaiah Carter to the line. He has not scored tonight until right now. His first point of the night. As Crispy got a little rest, comes back in, so does Noah Dickerson. I wonder if we'll see Van over here.
This is interesting. You see Mike Hopkins almost hockey substituting. Very liberal in his rotations, and that's one of the reasons the Huskies are 15th in the country in terms of second halves. Their ability to separate, throw the haymaker or the knockout punch, is the fact that they're fresh. They've got fuel in the tank.
He's an interesting with the offensive game, not afraid to shoot. He's got 5 points.
And on the catch, he faced the bucket, and he sees he's open, and Washington slow to rotate. Knocks one down.
Stays with Washington. We'd get a timeout here. So the Cal Bears trying to weather that second half storm using the D to create the O, Lavi.
Yeah, give it up. Beep, beep. Why not? Roadrunner. Cal Bears bringing the bear claws tonight.
Congratulations, you each won $25 thanks to Hurt Rentals.
Cal trying to pull the major upset as you take a look at that street. But you can go fast here. The Cup Series heating up. NASCAR superstars racing for the Las Vegas checkered flag. Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Sunday 3:30 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. So Cal shot 64% in the first half against its fantastic Washington D. Down to earth. They're only 39% in the second half, but still in front.
Yeah, timely baskets. And Washington has played with more of a sense of urgency. Just a little more aggressive, more alert in their rotations. And how about Crisp again? A good read. Put it on the deck. Uses the window. And that shoulder into the sternum of the defender keeps him ground bound and allows him to get that shot off. That's a crafty move by a diminutive one.
Yeah, he's 2 away from his career high, which he did in 2017. He's got 29. The career high is 31. That was some up. Anticevic puts it on the floor. That's a mistake. Recovers. Kick out. Austin cuts shot contested. Rebound put up and in by Ken Riley. His first field goal of the night.
Again, opportunistic, alert, and aggressive. Cal Bears. This is pretty. Work inside.
Crisp, aggressive down the other end. Take a look at Bradley getting in there with the big boys.
Good closeout. Bradley again, the stout, broad shoulders and some length there to finish. Looked like a tight end. Reminds me a little Tony Gonzalez. Former Cal Bear, went on as a tight end for the Chiefs. Illustrious career. Broadcast colleague.
Hall of Fame. That's where he'll be heading. And he is broadcast colleague at Fox as Crisp missed the first. And he's got the 7, so he's got 30 now on the night. By the way, the foul on Austin, who's got the ball, their point guard with 3, so that bears watching. No one else in foul trouble in this game.
Night for Dickerson as well.
Austin strong inside. Tip no good. Anticevic gets it back. He's in trouble. Needs some help. Bradley splits the D. Layup up and in.
Anticevic with the great kick out. And then Bradley, instead of settling for a jumper again, the theme of the night, the bear claws, the aggressiveness sharpening as the evening goes along.
Great look. Dickerson easy after that pass to Crisp.
Dime by Crisp, giving it to Dickerson right where he can just take it up. That's what a good passer or playmaker has to do, is help your teammates be better. Let's be better. Deliver it in a manner that allows them to make a play.
Bradley. Dish inside. Oh, good look to Austin. That's an excellent pass from Harris Dyson on the feed.
Yeah, nifty passing at tight quarters as well, under the basket. And passing the ball in the closet. But that's a cohesive Cal Bears team. We've seen that offensively all night. Bradley dump off one more time. Share it, almost like a three-man weave, but right in the basket area.
So Cal with 19 assists on 26 field goals. Their season high for assists is 20. Shows you the kind of night they've had passing the basketball tonight.
Well, really, both these teams have shared the basketball and played in a well-knit manner.
Pull up, no good, and it's rebounded by Cal. Bradley looking to push, he's got no numbers. One of the underrated stories in this game is Cal is winning the rebound battle, which is stunning because they've done it exactly one time the entire year.
And one of the worst rebounding teams in the country. But fresh start, a new beginning. Soon, just feeling it. Again, crisp ball movement. No wasted dribble, no one's catching it. Transporting the ball through the air. Mike Hopkins wants to talk about his rotations defensively.
Cal looking to pull off one of the biggest upsets of the year. They're without a win in conference. Washington, number 25 in the land, and here they are taking it to the Huskies.
Yeah, just around the horn. Old-fashioned, hot potato. Suing, feeling it.
Need a ride home from the game? Lyft, the official rideshare partner of Family Fans, $5 in gift credits for all new users. Download Lyft tonight and put the promo code GoBears18. That's GoBears18 for up to $5 in gift credits, subject to return. Fans inside for Cal Bears on the road, presented by Marriott Rewards. Up next, the Bears head to the farm to face the Smart Fund. March 7th, tomorrow, December 8 o'clock. With more than 600 hotels and 29 brands, Cal Bears fans get closer to the action. Book our best available rates and member benefits at Marriott.com. All right, fans, it's time to announce the most spirited Golden Bear Pet, the Dress Your Pet contest, presented by Outer Pet and Halloween Pet Club. To enter your pet, log on to CalBears.com/dress-your-pet. Congrats to tonight's winner, Gus. Dress Your Pet, presented by Outer Pet and Halloween Pet Club.
Cal looking to pull the big upset, and they're up in this game because they're shooting it from downtown.
Well, in rhythm, and as the game has gone along, no let up from long distance. Catch and shoot opportunities, and again, if you're Washington, on the flip side, Mike Hopkins not happy with the closeouts, with chasing shooters off that three-point line as we take a look at the losing streaks.
But consider what's brewing here. I mean, yeah, you see it. Cal has lost 16 straight games. Their last conference win, 2018. And they're taking on a team which has been a beast in the conference. Washington is 13-1. They're 22-5 overall. They're number 25 in the country. This would be a monumental upset. And they'll obviously make Cal's year if they can hang on.
And a tip of the cap to Raheem Jones and his staff. This team not going quietly into the night with this spirited, cohesive effort, well prepared in the way they've attacked this Washington zone.
Green for three. After a great start, he's been ice cold, and we get a foul on Crisp.
And Mike Hopkins, I mean, he has seen him with the timeouts. We've seen him make adjustments within that zone. We've seen him with a fiery, demonstrative nature. Then we've seen him be patient and calm over there. So he's bringing an effort himself to try and inspire his Husky team to play a elevated level of defense. I mean, on the year, Washington averages 9 steals per game, Kevin. Tonight, only 3. And that's just an indication of aggressiveness. They haven't been as alert, aggressive, tied together, not rotating with the same sense of urgency that we've become accustomed to seeing with this Husky team.
On that point, though, and even though they did turn it over there, Cal, one thing they do well is they take care of the basketball. They're actually the best in the conference at not turning it over. That's their 6th turnover tonight.
Yeah, which is interesting. You would think ball security, team that takes care of the ball, should get more shots than their opponent. And yet it hasn't carried over to other statistical categories.
Plenty of time left in this game. 8:14 to go from Haas Pavilion in Berkeley. 67-60 Cal against 25th ranked Washington. Dickerson's been quiet tonight. To the corner, Green looking for the touch again, and he's well off.
Yikes, there's a window open here at Old Harding Gym, now Haas Pavilion.
Those first 2 threes, he's missed now his last 3.
Sitting on 67 in terms of points. You see Carter, contested shot there.
Noel, tough board, takes it inside. That was a heck of an effort by Jalen Noel.
And just another reason, an example of his intelligence, the way he takes it into the lane, jump stops like a cat, uses the body, and then lifts the shot over the defender for an easy bucket.
Over tonight. He sat for a long time. He's got a career high 16 points today. See if he's effective. Back when you get a whistle, and stepping on the baseline there was Austin. So it's another turnover.
This is a special one, Kevin. Jalen Noel, give it to me. It's like stealing candy from a baby. The jump stop, why not go over a 7-footer and finish? He's special.
On our roster is united by an undeniable will to win. Visit UA.com to shop the latest Under Armour gear, all designed to help the world's best athletes become even better. All right, fans, it's time for Copycat. We're going to put up some celebrity photos, and we ask that you, the fans, copy that face to the best of your abilities.
It is the Golden Bears of Cal, up by 5, trying to pull the major upset over number 25 Washington, 67-62, and it's been a fun one, competitive all night long, and it's been a wild night around the Pac-12 tonight. Look at some of the results. Arizona State tonight, they're getting beat up at Oregon. Okay, you're looking top 4 teams. Remember, in the Pac-12 tournament get a bye. Oregon State lost a game-winning tip-in by Arizona at the buzzer. Utah plays on Saturday. UCLA got a big win now, so now they could jump into that top 4. Getting that bye in the tournament big. And the irony here, Live, is if Washington wins this game, they win the conference outright. They've already clinched a share. But if Arizona State does indeed lose, with Oregon State losing, they also win the conference outright. So that's what's on the line. It would still be a crazy upset, don't get me wrong, if Cal can hang on.
Well, it's appropriate that we're on the eve of March, and that means madness. And so as we head towards midnight and into March, of these crazy scores, really shouldn't be a surprise.
That's true. We're eerily close to March 1st. Anything can happen in the Bay Area.
Bring on the madness.
And as our producer Eric Bilsmeyer points out, it is March on the East Coast.
And a full moon, I believe.
There's a lot happening. Cal with the basketball. Shot clock at 4. Anticevich doesn't realize. Got to curl it now, and Austin stepped out of bounds. So Cal got a little sloppy there. Didn't realize the clock was winding down. They'll turn it over. So the last 3 possessions, we talked about Cal taking care of the basketball. They've turned it over each of their last 3 possessions now.
Yeah, and that's one of the factors that's hurt them through the season. It's the timing of the breakdowns. More costly as the game goes along. Each possession more significant. You never want to turn it over, but in critical game situations. And Noel and Crisp, 14 of the Huskies 18 second half points. See if someone else steps up. There's Noel again. The size, the length, the anticipation, and that's intelligence. Sometimes people just talk about athleticism, but there's also intelligence. Thibault has a great basketball intellect. We see that in the defensive side of the ball, but Noel of late finding ways to help his team by getting on the boards, using his length.
15 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists for Jaylen Noel, and it just never seems forced.
No, I mentioned before, almost as though he's on skates. There's a fluidity and a grace. Both Thibault and Noel have that dancer-like movements, and the great ones have them. You think of Jordan, you know, his ability, Steph Curry. Steph Curry's really built like a Fred Astaire or a Gregory Hines in terms of the long, sinewy, lean dancers build. Here's that trap. Different look.
Inside Anticevich. He has not been shy all night, and he delivers again.
Well, and good execution. The counter to that trap is get it out of the trap, move the ball, hot potato, because the math is favorable on the backside. And that quick ball movement led to the Anticevich jump shot.
Foul by 5, Noel. And aggressive, well, this one is on the floor, so we get into the foul. We're going to get suing on that one.
And here's the double team. A good find by Suing. Double team happened on the other side of the floor, and then they popped it out of that trap. And then Suing with a nice little bounce pass there as well.
Under 6 minutes to play from Haas Pavilion. Noel will swing it around. They get it to Crisp, who's 1 point away from a career high. He's been great. Dickerson left open, and he nails it.
Nice. If you're Mike Hopkins, you're pleased. Someone other than Noel and Crisp put some points on the board, because you're going to need that balance coming down the stretch. And also, it wasn't settling for a jump shot.
Where does Cal go for offense down the stretch?
You know, I think they look for good shots on more than one player.
The putback by Suing. Well, that'll work.
They're faithful. Loving this performance. Suing, aggressive length and strength there to punch one down off the offensive rebound. A dagger right back at you. Good counter punch by Jaylen Noel.
With the answer, Noel has 20 here tonight. What a finish we're setting up for here in Berkeley. Under 5 to go.
Noel just skipping down the court.
Hanover in trouble. Needs a little help. He's just going to fire it up. It's long, tipped away. Look out. Noel wins the race. Taking it to the rack. Up and under, and it's good. Jalen Noel is taking over.
Wow. All I can say is wow. Both ends of the floor, dynamic. See him get on the boards. A great competitor. See him there in the timeout, encouraging his teammates. And here's the good-looking three ball, a little skip down court, just having fun out there. When you have fun, you play with aggression. And here in the open court again, just colliding to the basket. Covers so much territory, Kevin. Throwing the ball out in front, takes it from one side of the rim to the other to protect the ball. That's the aggression we talked about, the steals, getting into passing lanes, and offense being a result of those string of stops or shutouts.
Interesting, Washington, they get 5 points in 27 seconds to tie this game, but they use right there their last timeout. So there's 4.5 minutes left, and Mike Hopkins does not have a timeout.
Yeah, and he has the feel for his team, and maybe these next couple possessions, knowing he's still got the 4-minute timeout coming, and wanting to go for the kill, as teams had to make a run here to get back into the game, and wants to cover a certain aspect on the defensive side of the ball.
From a strategy, a play, is it about
usually setting your defense?
Okay.
And in particular, if you've been trailing and you come back, as they have, offense hasn't been the issue here all night long. Defense has been the issue. Better here in the second half. But that's a have a hunch, bet a bunch. It's a gut, it's a feel situation, like parents with their children, teachers with their students, or coach with their team. In baseball, the analogy would be maybe you go to a Mariano Rivera a little bit earlier than you have all season long because you're going for the kill.
I like it. Here's Vanover. Struggles on the bounce pass and a tie-up. And it goes to Washington. The bounce pass to the 7-3 guy. That's a tough one.
Yeah, in tight quarters, too. At his size, for him to have to reach down, by the knees or below the ankles. A tough one. Off the short hop.
Cal has struggled on offense. They've turned it over 4 times the last 7 possessions. We're all tied. Here's Noel, who's been unbelievable. Strong inside. Vanover changed the shot. Tipped away. Couldn't hold the rebound and stay. The rebound and stays with the Huskies.
Noel there mistimed the jump, committed himself to the air, and then was coming down as he released the ball. Under duress as well.
Dickerson has it inbound.
Crisp and Noel have been the 2 go-to players down the stretch. Expect them to continue to get touches.
Crisp tries to draw a foul, throws up a haphazard shot, and it's no good, and Cal's got the basketball.
Yeah, not the look Mike Hopkins would prefer.
And I think a good no call there. So here's Cal. Where will they go for offense?
Against the zone, you can't premeditate or predetermine, but instead investigate, look, probe, find a seam or a gap, an opening. There it is.
It was open, and Vanover delivered, and Cal is back in front.
And sometimes it's that simple. Offensive execution, move the ball, find an opening, and be where they ain't, as the old Abe Lemons once said in terms of zone offense. In other words, don't align with where the defense is. Line yourself up where you're open, whether it's your corner, high post.
It's been a career night for the freshman Connor Vanover. 18 points, and he continues to hit shots like this.
Just keep it simple, big fella. Catch, release, buttery touch. Gotta love it. Timeout.
All right, Cal Cal fans, your Bears are on a 2-point lead with 3 minutes left, and it's Pepsi T-shirt time. Get on your feet and make some noise if you want T-shirts. Presented by Pepsi.
Cal Golden Bears trying to pull off the improbable, maybe even the 5 in the land, but they've got a 2-point lead. And Connor Vanover, who has had some bright moments, 7'3" freshman, he's had a career night last.
Yeah, and did his work early, and he's helped defensively as well in terms of resistance at the rim. So comfortable catching the ball, squaring the shoulders and feet for the high percentage open jump shots, also attacking the rim. Here he is again once he catches that ball along the baseline. Very comfortable. We saw him also get some high post touches, and again, that size, 7 foot plus, allows him to play over the top. You can see like a skyscraper, air traffic control tower above everyone else on the floor. What an advantage. Take advantage.
Career night, 18.7 boards. Cal trying to pull off a major upset. Up by 2. 3 minutes to go. Here's Crisp, who's got 30. Shot clock running down. It's at 2. Dickerson sees it. It's blocked, and it's Cal's ball. And it's a shot clock violation.
Yeah, good possession. Washington there out of timeout. Not executing the way Mike Hopkins would prefer. Took a little too much time before they began their attack.
In the first matchup, Lab, between these two teams, Washington with an easy win. They held Cal to 30% from the floor. Cal is shooting 58%, thus with a 2-point lead here late.
It's just so comfortable, again, going back to the window shopping concept. They're just able to survey and look and probe. Now there's the trap, a little more aggression, and they get the steal. The pressure on the ball.
Pushes all the way. It's a new career high for David Crisp. He's got 32, and we're tied.
And during this stretch, the Huskies defense has turned it. The last 6+ minutes, Kevin, Cal with only 6 points, also 4 turnovers, 5 turnovers during that stretch.
2 minutes to go.
That's what good teams are able to do.
Neal gets it back, gets fouled, and he will go to line. As they get Dickerson. And it's a career night, too, I guess, for multiple people. David Crisp, as I said, 32 points.
Here's that aggressive trap, and then Crisp, like a middle linebacker there, anticipates, takes the errant pass from one end of the court to the other. Nice little jitterbug move there as well. The shake and bake and finish. Razzle-dazzle, but functional with the easy bucket.
Neal misses the first, usually a pretty good free throw shooter. He's had a nice night, too. 18 points for Darius, including 4 of 7 from downtown. He's got the second. Down by 1. 1:54 to play here at Haas Pavilion.
You've got a dandy. Barn burner.
Will we see the upset of the year, or will the Huskies continue to roll? It's somehow survive this tonight, and that is a rough foul way away from the basket, and it's number 4 on McNeil.
And crisp there, crafty veteran. Some theatrics, a little Robert De Niro or Robert Duvall or Denzel here in terms of deserving Academy Award.
Very nicely timed. Oscar's just occurring. Well done, Loud. Slippage. Noel. Jump ball. Possession. Cal.
Again, these are some of the breaks you need, and Cal has not had any breaks during this losing streak, whether it's condensation or just a spot on the floor, maybe the shoes, the traction on the bottom of Jalen Noel's sneakers, but just loses his footing and leads to the turnover. And that's the break you need if you're Cal. Excellent staff. Mike Hopkins is brought over here. Dave Rice from UNLV, former head coach. Cameron Dollar there, former UCLA Bruin head coach at Seattle University, back for his second tour of duty on the Huskies bench as an assistant. And Jerry Hobby, an outstanding coach as well. East Coast roots, but also worked the Southwest. Was an assistant at SMU under Larry Brown.
So a timeout by Cal with 1:44 to go. Their ball, they're up by 1. Gives us a chance to tell you about a big Saturday of the Big Ten, the Big East. A 6th-ranked Michigan State takes on Indiana, and then it's Villanova against Butler. Big game doubleheader. Tips off Saturday, 11:30 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Michigan State in that game, Kevin, they're going to be looking for payback for losing the Hoosiers on their home court. And of course, also trying to close in on a Big Ten championship.
So foul situation, Cal was 6, so one more. Washington's in the bonus. Washington only with 5. That's where we are there. Timeout situation, Washington's out of them. Cal still has 2 left. But as Lab told you, they've had the propensity for the turnover, and the offense struggled the last few moments.
Yeah, Cal has to be strong with the ball, be alert to the potential traps by the Huskies, make yourself available if your teammates under duress or in a trap. Move to a space where you can throw it to you, and then keep maneuvering. Move the ball for high percentage looks. That's what Cal has done well tonight. Don't vary from what's allowed you to get to this point and be successful.
$20 on the shot clock, 1:28 on the game clock.
Hard hands in this zone defense. Hard closeouts on shooters.
Vanover, he's like that shot tonight. That one is good. Sewing with a big offensive board. Vanover gets it back, and it's back in the hands of their point guard, who says slow it down.
Yeah, and I like the call. There's no need to put it on ice, though. You still want to get into your offense, be aggressive, and look for the opening so you don't end up late clock taking a poor shot or a contested shot. To me, a little too long here in terms of getting organized if you're Cal.
Sewing, shot clock at 5. Austin, cut off, keeps going, needs help, gets blocked, shot clock violation. You call it loud.
Yeah, that's the challenge of playing keep away. You want to stay aggressive, attack, probe, not force or shoot early in the clock, but look for a good one. So much time taken off there. Dickerson able to contest that shot clock violation. Washington ball.
Here come the Huskies, looking for the lead back. 44 seconds to go.
Something for Noel, playmaker, shot maker.
There is Noel charging hard, partially blocked. Fight for the ball. It's Sewing, and Sewing gets hacked. He's not shooting. It's only the 16th foul on Washington, but obviously it's Cal's ball.
I like the aggressiveness here. Noel probe and navigate the baseline, and Sewing using that length alertly comes over to help. Off that penetration, Noel wanted the foul call against Vanover, and I may have had a point there, but there was a little bit of a body check, which knocked him off balance, but you got to play through that.
Sewing's got 8 boards to lead the Bears, so a 3-second differential with the game clock and shot clock here. A 1-point Cal lead.
Washington here is going to look to trap and play passing lanes. Again, got to step to the ball, Using Vanover intelligent with his size at the tight end there. You can just throw it up idle if you're in trouble.
Now it's Austin will go to the line for a 1-on-1 situation. That's a 17th foul on Washington. Harris Austin, 73% from the free throw line. And tonight has not attempted one.
If you're Washington, like the approach, though, be aggressive, trap. If you get a steal, great. If not, if you foul, put some pressure on Cal in terms of game pressure with these free throws, and then get the possession back, either down 1, 2, or 3.
They take Vanover out on defense, and they bring in Harris Dyson. Here's Austin. He'll get another. Big shot, Cal by 2.
Jones has to think, if he hits this, he's got the 3-point lead. At what point do you consider fouling so that Washington doesn't get that 3-point shot off? If it's late in the clock, inside of 10 seconds, I'm a proponent of fouling. If you look at the metrics, the analytics.
Austin has both. It's a 3-point Cal lead. Bears looking for the upset. Can they hang on? Crisp. Green from deep. No! Cal basketball with 12.7 to go.
And Washington's got to get up defensively and get organized. No time to hang your head. It's a 3-point game, 1 possession.
Joaquin Jones signaling timeout. They don't give it to him, and they get another foul. As this time it's McNeil who will go to the line with a 1-on-1 situation.
I'm not sure Mike Howard now get into your press, still be able to look for a potential steal, 5-second violation, and then foul, and try and extend the game, create more possessions.
So now McNeil trying to make it a 2-possession game, 76% from the stripe. And he misses it. Chance for Washington, 10 seconds to go.
Now the question is the foul.
Noel to tie it. No, it's short. Rebound. Fight for it. Loose ball. 1.4 seconds left. Cal's got it.
Well, in that possession, Kevin's emblematic of Cal's effort tonight in terms of that alert, aggressive approach. They have been outstanding.
They're going to go and just check to make sure the time is right. They have it at 1.4 seconds. We'll take a look from our end. There's Noel on the 3. Let's see if we can see when this ball goes out of bounds. Right there. So maybe they give 0.4. They give 0.4 or 0.5 more on the clock.
Sounds about right.
It still is. If you're looking for a miracle for Washington, it still is a 1-and-1 foul situation. So you still have the opportunity where if Cal were to miss, you could heave one, but the no timeout thing for Washington a factor, right, Lev?
Yeah, and that's right. Going back when Washington had the ball in the previous possession, instead of settling for the 3, get something going to the rim and give yourself a chance to get fouled, get to the foul line, then set your defense after the made free throws. But they used a lot of time from like 23 seconds down to 12, then launched to 3.
I just want to see, Lev, is there any chance this was not off of Washington? I mean, we're looking at the time, but I wonder if there's a chance that could be off Cal.
And that's what the officials right now are reviewing. Going to get some different angles based on the feed from the truck.
Well, that would obviously change everything. You know, again, the call on the floor was that it's Cal's basketball, so you'd really have to see.
Well, and this acts as an extra timeout for Washington as well, because they're out of timeouts. Cal needs to be prepared if it is not their ball to foul on the inbounds, or do you elect to play it straight up and hope that Washington doesn't knock down a 3 and send it into overtime? So these are the things on both sides in the chess match these coaches are analyzing.
Do you see anything there that would lead you to change the possession?
Didn't seem definitive, and to overturn the call in the court, it's got to be clear.
1.4 seconds left. If the call stays, maybe they change the clock, but it'll be Cal ball up by 3, looking for their first conference win, looking to break a 16-game losing streak against one of the best teams in the land. You talked about on the eve of March, right? Washington ranked for the first time this week at number 25, and here they are on the precipice of a quite surprising defeat.
You know, I think if Washington loses tonight, one of the things they'll address with their team when they watch game film tomorrow or later tonight back at the hotel is maybe all those early threes almost create a false sense of security, and now you're not as attached to your identity as a team.
Oh, they changed the call.
So now here's the key, Kevin. If you're Cal, you try and foul on the inbound and not allow Washington to get that three-pointer off.
You have to, right?
I think you do. That's neat in terms of analytics. 31 years in the business in this situation. Don't allow someone to get a three-point shot off.
Washington down by 3. 1.4 to go. Thibault to inbound. Chris will let it go for the tie. No! And the Cal Bears out of hibernation.
How about it? A long overdue, hard-earned, well-deserved victory. And again, we've said it throughout the broadcast, but why King Jones and his staff deserve credit keeping this team from going south. And of course, the conference tournament right around the corner. So it couldn't come at a better time in terms of keeping hope alive. A good.
The Washington Huskies came in 13-1 of the conference. The Cal Bears 0-15. Just what we all expected, right?
March Madness. Here it comes. Buckle up. The wacky Pac-12 conference.
What a moment for Cal. It's been so rough for them to see them get a win like this.
The heart goes out for them. You're in the desert.
And so the updated standings look like this. So for Cal, just to see the 1 in front of the win column for them's got to feel good. Washington still going to win the conference no matter what, but obviously that one brings them down to earth just a little bit. And you see it's a mad dash who's going to finish in the top 4, 2, 3, and 4 to get those first-round buys in the Pac-12 tournament.
And Cal, from start to finish, Kevin, this was their best performance, and it was on both sides of the ball. Offensively, they're patient, poised. They attacked the Washington Huskies zone defense with purpose. And defensively, they were aggressive. They were tenacious. They held their own on the boards. And when they needed to get good stops, give Mike King Jones credit. He elected not to foul on those final possessions with the three-point lead. And it paid off. Again, that's a coach that knows his team and chose not to foul.
What a night here in Berkeley.